Greetings and welcome to a Wednesday edition of the Shotgun Start. It is October 8th. Andy, how we doing?
Brendan, I'm doing wonderful, man. It's been great. I'm in the greatest city in the world. And the city is buzzing. They're buzzing. It's like a intoxicating atmosphere. Everybody wants to chat. Everybody's striking up a conversation. And it's about two things.
What's that?
Everybody wants to talk Don Reha and about Chicago's new LPGA bar, Lottie's.
Good day or two in Chicago you've had?
Yeah.
Do people really want to talk about Lottie's?
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. I mean, I took a terrible flight. I would urge people never to take a San Francisco to Chicago red eye. It is the worst flight you could possibly get on in your life.
I quibble. I'm sure there's a worse one, but yes, it doesn't sound good.
It's just too short. It's too short. You can't sleep. Yeah. It's like you have a ticking time bomb. You're trying to go to sleep with the 24. Do.
Kiefer Sutherland just coming for you. Yeah.
But anyways, I almost went to Lottie's last night because of how much peer pressure I was getting about going.
Did make it though. You appear to be at your parents' house. You were doing like Blog Boy, OG Blog Boy in your mom's parents' basement, mom's spaghetti, Don Reha style. The wires are as they always are when we go home to our parents' house. The wires are substandard. You're fuzzy on the other end, but I can hear you clearly enough. So we will get through this. We'll soldier on with this Wednesday episode. Are you worried about the Cubs?
Well, the city's not buzzing about the Cubs.
Okay, getting their doors blown off.
Dire straits. Our team is just our pitching staff is patched together. We have one guy that PJ called out. PJ called this. It seems like the strategy to actively just throw him balls and he'll strike out on his own.
Who's this?
PCA.
Oh. Not a lot of plate discipline with PCA? Is that the thing?
Honestly, I think they're just throwing him balls. It appears that like he has these like 7-pitch at bats where they don't throw him a strike and he strikes out.
That's last night at least. I was saying to Will when the Miz came in, you just need to stand up there and make him throw you 3 strikes. Stand up there with the bat on your shoulder and force him to throw 3 strikes before he throws 4 balls. And the Cubs did not take that advice. They swung away.
I mean, I admittedly don't lock into baseball like I used to. Who the hell is that guy? He's like 15 years old throwing 104 miles an hour. Like, boom, boom, boom.
You don't remember the All-Star drama? When they put him on the All-Star game after
he's an
he
All-Star.
pitched
He's got a 5 ERA, but he was an All-Star. Don't worry about it.
Wait, so honestly, I Googled him. I was very confused. Like, I guess I'm an idiot for not knowing he was an All-Star. And then I looked at the ERA. It was 4 something. So this is like, I'm not an idiot. This has like been a subject of controversy. Okay.
He made like 7 starts. This is like totally like small market Brewers thing.
He was legit like one of the 5 best pitching prospects in baseball going into the year. Like a real guy.
He throws 104. I'm sure he was. Okay.
So he made, I think it was 7 or 8 starts, a couple good ones, and they put him on the All-Star game. And apparently the players were mean to him at the All-Star game because they're like, this guy doesn't deserve to be here.
I mean, kind of sounds like that's a fair and accurate assessment.
And then once teams saw him a second time, he like kind of stunk because he's 22 years old or whatever he is. And he ended up with a 4-something ERA and was out of the Brewers playoff rotation. All-Star though, after 6 starts.
But he came in against my Cubbies, threw a bunch of balls that we swung at. and it had a couple good innings. Because
how about the mid-game tweet from one of your beat reporters that apparently they were never signing Kyle Tucker and it was never part of the plan. In like the 6th inning, bomb just gets dropped that Kyle Tucker is not coming back and was never allegedly coming back.
Well, I would argue that Kyle Tucker didn't come back from the All-Star break because
also fair.
He hasn't hit for 4 months.
Still got time. You got 3 games to prove your mettle. You're now back home.
You know what?
Get back in the saddle. It could be worse.
I think this
could be
team's
the Phillies.
dead.
Could be the Phillies bunting. I mean, that was like Russell Henley going off number 1, or sending Morikawa Henley out again. Morikawa English again, bunting, playing on second, nobody out, but slowest player on the field. That was incredible. Nico Echevarria fans are gonna be pissed. We're talking about baseball.
Dude, you know who's gonna be pissed? All of our international listeners who are so pumped for this week's Baycurrent Classic.
Let's get to the schedule for the week. I'm hearing their deep state operations in the Reha video may see the light of day. That there is video and it may see the light of day. We'll see. Rumblings. We'll see about D-Rabbit, as PJ termed him. I'm quite frankly ready to move on. I don't need it. I could keep it for the private collection, but I don't need it to see the light of day. So we have to talk about this.
The problem here is we need Don. We need him to be. The worst thing that could happen is this video comes out and then he resigns. He steps down.
Can you imagine?
But even if
resigns in disgrace because video of Lose Yourself karaoke surfaces. Like, why did he resign? Would he do something sexist? Did he do something terrible? Did he do something like, what did he do?
No.
Oh, he sang karaoke and the video came out.
Even if he resigned, though, do you think he's going away? I don't think he's going away.
Listen,
he's less attainable, but I don't think he's going away.
I mean, Susie Whaley's on everything still.
Yeah,
I still
right?
think, I don't know. God. Yeah, I think he could still hang in there.
I was at a friend's last night, and we were just talking, and one of the people at my friend's house was not a golf fan. And I tried to give him a truncated version of Don Reha's story. And I just did the very quick and dirty. And one of my other buddies was like, wait, you're completely forgetting about the senior PGA. And I'm like, we don't have time for that. We don't have time to go into all of this detail. There's so much stuff.
I think it's just how he wanted it. You could have drawn it up better. I
was describing him, and I said he's a cross between a used car salesman and a small town politician.
I mean, yeah. Yes. Let's get to our schedule for the week. Now that we've, killed 7 minutes talking about baseball. We have the Baycurrent Classic, one of the historic events of the PGA Tour, the Baycurrent Classic. Could be kind of interesting. This is, of course, the former Zozo Championship, now switching from Narashino Country Club to Yokohama Country Club, which underwent a 2016 Court Crenshaw restoration. I assume it's more of a renovation, but I believe they were calling it a restoration. The original architect is Takeo Ayama. It's the West Course. It's going to be a composite layout with two holes from their East Course. Apparently, I've been reading up about this. Garrett, talked to Garrett about it. Our good friend of the Egg, James Duncan, was a lead for Corin Crenshaw on this. Ben Warren, another friend of the Egg, on site this week.
They had an all-star crew. I think Rob Collins worked on this project too. Trevor Dormer. I think maybe Keith Rebb.
That's pretty legit.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but I believe those guys. And if I'm mistaken, I just remember this from early Egg days, because this was one of the projects that was going 16. On right when I started doing the architecture beat.
Yep. So that was 2016. It seems like the land is pretty nice. Reading about ridge lines and elevation changes and dips and dives, and it's all short grass around the greens and interesting greens. Gonna play wider. weather looks terrible. Weather looks awful. Tons of rain, going to be soft, but they might get like 45-mile-per-hour winds. Can you imagine this? If you're like playing fall ball, like you're at the Dunhill last week, or you're going to this, you're just trying to, make some birdies and get to the Thanksgiving, and you're just getting blasted with 45-mile-per-hour winds and rain. It does seem like that's what's in store at the Yokohama Baycurrent Classic this week.
I think we're going to make this the event of the week.
Okay. All right.
I'm excited to see Yokohama. I do think like there needs to be talked about. This event is just so PGA Tour. If you think about the history of this event, when they created it, it was the new thing that everybody was all about.
Great Fall International, New Market, massive population center, that whole thing.
All these big time players led by Tiger would go to this event. And it's like it was this shiny new thing. And effectively the tour does what it does with everything. It just like wasn't the new thing anymore. And since then it's just been relegated to this shitty fall status and just discarded to like their pile of toys. It's like when your kid gets a new toy, what happens to the old toys is they get further and further down the pile. And this, we talk about global game and all this stuff. This event should be an awesome event. It should be prioritized. It's a golf crazed, massive country, huge market for this event. And the early years of this event were electric, like amazing, all in all, like amazing atmosphere from people on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a relatively okay TV window for people. Like it on the East Coast, it's worse than the West Coast, obviously.
Sure.
But like this is what the tour does to nice things. They just ruin them. And this thing has been just discarded, and it's a shell of what it was 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Well, think about this, Andy. Like, I think there's like maybe something there with the fall series and how they've said like you can get into the next 10 and you get the top 100. Now, I don't think the fall series might be long for existence under Brian Rolapp. We'll see. Like, there's something there in the fall series of a game within the game or a relegation stretch. Promotion stretch. But this is what they're doing. They're going from Jackson, Mississippi to Tokyo, Japan to Utah. And that doesn't work. That is the most gobbledygook Frankenstein bolt bits and pieces onto a schedule as you could get. Like, that makes no sense. And oh, by the way, the Japan event, when you're in this relegation promotion zone and points are at a premium, is 78 no-cut guys, like 15 Japan Tour players, and like free points essentially. Like the task is not the same as beating 130, 140 in Jackson, Mississippi, or Utah, or RSM, wherever you may go next. And it's just a bizarre. It doesn't fit. It does not fit when you go Mississippi, Tokyo, Utah. It makes no sense. But that said, it should be some sort of prioritization somewhere. And it's just fallen by the wayside. Zozo, they've lost it. There were those years that, like, COVID obviously took the wind out of some of its sails.
COVID was such a tough blow for this event. But like, look at what they've done to it.
Yeah.
Genuinely, a couple years ago was this is a shining, maybe not shining, but like a positive momentum for the tour was this event. And now it's just like an afterthought. Like, who knows what the Baycurrent Classic is? Can you not even put like Japan in it?
No,
like,
nobody
put
has a
Japan
clue.
in the name so people know. Like, if you went up and polled 10 devoted diehard golf fans, like, what is the Baycurrent Classic? How many of them would know what this event even is?
No chance. I mean, this was the chase for 82, right? This was where it all happened. This was where like the history was made at the Baycurrent Classic. Chase for 82. It will be 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the Eastern United States. 11 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Now think about that for the West Coast. 8 till midnight. That's
decent.
That's anybody with a kid. You got the kid already in bed. That is crack open a beer and sit back and enjoy some golf.
Enjoy some Baycurrent.
We got Savaricas on the telecast this week, right?
I'm not sure.
I saw he's going over there.
Okay,
maybe
good.
he's in the
remote, or is he doing it actually on
No,
site?
he was over there. He's over there.
Okay. This is purse is $8 million. Defending champ is, of course, the great Nico Echeverria. Notables in the field as of this week are Wyndham Clark, Max Homa, Siwoo Kim, Hideki Matsuyama, Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, Adam Scott, and Sahith, who has not played in a long time. Thagala. So good field by fall standards. Good field. You get the Morikawa and Xander always patronize this, and you get Sahith coming back. Homa's still fighting for, top 100, trying to get on the right side of these different cut lines. So a good field.
Can I ask you a question?
Field. You can. It's your podcast.
I'm interested in both your opinion. What if there is an event every other week, all the time? Is that the proper cadence for golf?
So 26 weeks, or what? I mean, out of 52, what are we thinking?
Maybe you have
season.
December from Thanksgiving on off. So there's 20. If there are 22 PGA Tour events from January to beginning of November.
Feels a little sparse. I mean, I think like if they're bangers, then yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The scarcity produces bangers, where however many of those 22, like 17 are like awesome.
Every other week too, like I think one of the things with golf, and as somebody who talks about it all the time, is like by Tuesday, they're on to the next week.
Uh-huh.
And you just played this like marathon tournament in terms of sports, right? Like sports are for the most part contested over 2 hours. A golf tournament is contested over 20 plus hours of these guys playing, 5 hours, 4 rounds. It's a marathon activity. And the come down of like the winner and the celebration, the digesting, like one of the things I don't think we talk about enough, and this is how these guys won. And really, like, if you talk about the NFL, there's, a million breakdowns of all the different things and the little intricacies of how a play or a series of plays led to a win. With golf, for the most part, we're already looking at the next week. Like, there's no time to like really get in the nitty gritty and talk about like how somebody won, because you're on to the next week. The next tournament starting in 3 days.
I mean, did you need 2 more days to talk about Stephen Fisk?
Well, I'd have a lot more to say if I had 2 more days about Stephen Fisk's win.
I know. I do think. Well, there's not a lot of time to linger and emphasize what you just watched. That's fair. It moves so fast to the next.
If you're talking about star players, what's a realistic number of tournaments that they could play in a year?
Like 17, 20.
20?
At the most, yes.
20.
Yes.
That's right around every other week.
Yep. I think it would get kind of nutty from whatever, March 15th to June 15th. How does that work? But because every other week is like a major now, it feels like.
I was at a course today that hosted a recent event, and a college event, and someone I was with was just talking about one of their conversations with a college coach. and he said something to the regard of, it was shocking, the scores at this event, shockingly like high for people. Like people are like, oh, like I'm surprised they aren't going deeper. Okay. And the college coach said, all these guys, all they talk about is being on the PGA Tour. And what I said to my team is, listen, boys, you're never playing a golf course like this on the PGA Tour.
All right.
The other aspect of this is like, if you cut the tour to 22 events across the globe, the venues all of a sudden become awesome.
In theory. Yeah. In theory.
And we'll see how this one plays out. But this is an example of potentially a wonderful golf course for that nobody's gotten to see. Because like there just hasn't been a place for it.
They've had some like Japan Tour events here, but yeah, not much since the 16 work. Yeah, be good cocktail golf. PJ, what do you think about his question of 20 every other week?
I like having something every week. I understand it's probably bad for the product at the end of the day, but I like it's always on. There's always an opportunity for something to happen. It's kind of like baseball. It's like
you're talking about sicko PJ here, who's like in the splits of like
that's me.
Well, what I would point out though is that the off weeks could be where you have the feeder tour up that all of a sudden is way more competitive and way more invested in, that could fill that void. Like,
so are we just not calling those PGA Tour events anymore at this point?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. There's so much golf. There's so much golf in terms of like, I just think there's too much PGA Tour golf.
Well, I was going to make this point later when we got to the KFT finals, is like, why are we doing that also at the same time? Like, there's all these stakes for those guys, top 20 this week. Also, like with these guys fighting for status cutoffs and status eligibility in Japan, can't we just throw it all into one mixing bowl at some point? Like, I know it doesn't work precisely because Korn Ferry Tour has its season. I know we used to do playoffs where guys would get bounced down, but like, what am I supposed to focus on here? Like, the schedule just feels like way too messy.
Or if you're trying to like build stars through the Korn Ferry Tour, wouldn't it be better to have that as an isolated event, as like a television product?
Well,
if you're Brian Rolla?
This is my point. Like, you could do that every other week, and you might have a guy, if you got real serious about promotion and relegation, you'd have Jordan Spieth duking it out down there right now. Because he didn't make the playoffs. He's out of here.
Boom.
It always comes back to Jordan Spieth. At the end of the day.
I mean, like, you're talking about like in recent years, if you made the cutoff like playoffs, right, or whatever, in recent years you'd have JT, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth. People are tuning in. That's like, everybody's like, well, there aren't big enough names. There absolutely are big enough names, and the audience for the Baycurrent in its current construct is the same for the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. That is the same audience if you just brand it the right way. I think I'm convinced that nobody would know the difference. It's the same people that are going to watch it. I know that the ratings are different, but if you did this the right way, the people that know golf know that, like, the Utah Classic, the Desert, whatever it is, Black Desert Championship is a garbage event. And that's why it draws 600,000 people watching it instead of 4 million that the Ryder Cup drew.
So would you have the quote unquote signature events, or whatever we're calling PGA Tour, every other week, and then the whatever we're branding the other tournaments?
PGA Tour, Beak Tour,
CJ Cup, Byron Nelson is what goes in between, but you're not considering those the same thing anymore.
I think so. And my My one thing is that, like, isn't this the way that the Premier League and the Champions League works?
Well, I mean,
I think you're more like you're in or you're out. Like the events aren't
kind of.
I would think you'd still want these like B events to have some sort of weighted or lack thereof points, right? Like if you win that, you still get points credited towards the big tour. Right?
And then you can move up and down still. Yeah. There could be like these checkpoints throughout the year where they do you could do multiple promotion relegation events. I don't know. I'm just really spitballing here, to be completely honest.
Well, it's October. It's time to be spitballing.
Man, we sure are spitballing, aren't we, Rich?
I feel like this event, this is what I was thinking about this event today. I'm like, this event, I remember 5 years ago. And part of that was the Tiger, or 6 years ago now. Part of that was Tiger. But that was a legit awesome, like you stayed up to watch.
It was interesting. It was curiosity.
And it felt like a big event in the fall. And just what they've done to this whole situation, this whole product, in terms of like, now it's just in the trash heap.
Well, to provide context for maybe how far it's fallen, a proposition for you.
You prop Joe or something?
If Colin Morikawa were to win this event, would he hurt or help his and the event's cause? He has not won an event since the 20. PJ is waving his hands. He's calling it
Absolutely not.
He's not won an event since the 2023 Zozo. Is the drought over?
Because
it's a great spot. 78 guys.
The two majors.
Like 15 Japan Tour guys.
No.
15 like Lanto, types.
So there's 63 PGA Tour players in this event.
No. The
two
majors.
Spot for Xander and Colin. I'll tell you that.
Two majors, not in front of any fans. Won a Zozo when there was nobody up to watch it on TV. Winning this Zozo when there's no... If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to see it, did it happen? No. Waving it off.
It's just a proposition. Proposition for you.
Colin Morikawa hasn't won anything in front of fans is like such an unfair take. But it's kind of insane when you start to look at it as
It's hard to disprove. It's hard to disprove.
It's just stirring that pot.
I think it's I want to be on the record here. I think it's preposterous take. But I will listen to somebody.
One thing we'll also listen to is going to MBUSA.com to check out their full suite of SUVs that deliver an elevated experience behind the wheel. They have four Matics, the digit Matics, impressive all-wheel precision. For more than 30 years, Mercedes-Benz has supported golf all around the world, from partnering with the most prestigious major championships, tournaments, and players in the professional game. It has awe-inspiring MBUX technology, state-of-the-art acoustics that immerse you in every moment, and performance that just means more in a Mercedes-Benz. You can discover the Mercedes-Benz SUV that's right for you at MBUSA.com. So we're going beyond just the GLS here. There's multiple options. We've been a big GLS.
I'm on MBUSA.com.
Are you looking at G-Wagon?
Well, I think there's only one option for you because you have all your kids. You're only GLS.
I think that's accurate. I think that's true. That's
my question is,
what's
the right option for PJ?
Scooting around Long Island. You can't go anywhere. I can't go over 20 miles an hour on Long Island. Just bumper to bumper.
I need something. I need something that's elevated off the ground. When I'm in my sedans and it's too low to the ground, it gives me a headache. I need to be up a little bit.
What is this new revelation? Why? Where is this coming from?
I don't know. Every car that I've ever been in is always, it's a little up. I've never done the small cars.
Do you feel like cars have gotten? I feel like cars are actually underrated now.
Yes,
because the SUV.
Yes. Except for Mercedes.
I don't know what any of the numbers are, but like there's an SUV craze, and when I get in a car like a sedan, I'm always like, this is pretty nice.
It's unbelievable. Everybody used to drive just four-door sedans.
Yes.
And that's not a thing anymore. And the roads are crumbling and cracking. Like we've got, you got guys getting in these giant pickups to drive to the office park to sell insurance and mortgages, and not to like haul livestock. Yeah, every car is just getting bigger. It's it's interesting.
You know who's got great sedans?
Mercedes.
Mercedes-Benz.
They've always done that. They've always
MBUSA.com. If you want to get back on the sedan wagon or get yourself into a G-Wagon, you can go to MBUSA.com.
Yep, that's the thing. All right, continuing on with our schedule for the week. We have the Spanish Open on the DP World Tour. A good mix of live boys, some PGA Tour players, and obviously your DP World Tour players. This is a Club de Campo in Madrid, Spain. Jon Rahm, who's won it 3 times, is on hand. His first appearance, obviously, since the Ryder Cup. What else? What do we have? Purse here is not a lot. God, they didn't even get $3.25 million. Defending champ Ángel Hidalgo. Notables: Thomas Dietrich, Sergio Garcia, Shane Lowry, Joaquin Niemann, Thorbjorn Olesen going from Jackson, Mississippi. Transatlantic flight, always a touch and go situation from Mississippi, but he's in Spain.
Hey, game within the game. We got PB and PBJ in the field. Who are you taking?
PBJ. I've moved on to the youth, the younger bears. Patrick Reed.
I'll take the elder statesman, assuming he makes it over.
Rahm, Reed, and Willett are also notables in this field. This is coffee golf, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thursday, Friday, 7:30 to noon, 6:30 to 11:30 on Sunday. Interesting. This is the first with the new exemptions deal. So the winner gets a spot in the Masters. Winner gets a spot in the Masters. No longer are you getting them for the fall full FedEx Cup point allotments like your Sanderson or your.
You know what the great thing about this is?
What's that?
In March, you're going to be hooting and hollering about this, just like the Open qualifying series.
Ángel Hidalgo, your defending champ, is going to be at Augusta.
I'd like you to pick out for you from a content standpoint, best case winner.
All right, I'm going to have to research that. That may be a Friday task. I've not looked it up yet. It's got to be, maybe Nacho Elvira, somebody like that. God, there's so Fabrizio Zanotti is always a good one.
I'm Jack Senior. Jack Senior, that's my guy.
The DVD player, the Blu-ray player, Darius Von Driel. Like, what if he's like what if he birdies like 3 of his first 6 holes on Thursday at Augusta, and everybody's talking about DVD next April?
Oh, Fratelli's in this field. That would be great.
Jose Ballester also in this field. Could he make his return?
Yes.
Oh,
that could be a content. That could be content goldmine.
Legitimate, the urinator. So we had
the other one was legitimate too. But
is Penji in the field? That would be justice for the snub of
Marco
the Ryder
Penji.
Cup. Yeah,
he should be. If he's not, I don't know why.
He is. He's in the field.
He's good. He should have a featured group. Who'd they put him with? Penji.
They got Penji
John
with
Perry and
John Perry and
Ayora. The young
not
stud.
A featured group.
No. I heard some amusing tales about John Perry, but not for relaying on the podcast. So also spot at Birkdale, spot at Masters available. Jon Rahm spoke here. He said about the Ryder Cup. The week in New York was mentally the toughest week of my career, but at the same time was the most fun I've had. What happened there during those 3 days was something inhospitable. At times, I couldn't believe it. I don't need to do Ryder Cup crowd discourse anymore. I don't want to dredge it up.
You said before the show the Ryder Cup blast radius is officially over. And here
PJ
you are wading back into
PJ
it.
said this. I thought it was interesting to hear him say it was the toughest week of his career mentally.
I believe it.
Something else might have been, but yeah. All right. Yeah.
Golf's hard enough mentally. Then when you got a bunch of yahoos yelling terrible stuff at you, it just makes it worse.
That's fair. That's fair. That's your Spanish Open. Continuing on with our schedule for the week, we have the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. This is at French Lick Golf Resort, the house that Larry Bird built. The PGA Tour cards for 26 are up for grabs. Final 20. I think 11 are already qualified. This will be on TV on Golf Channel 3 to 6 p.m. Thursday through Sunday. It is the last Korn Ferry Tour event of the year. What's our purse? $1.5 million. Defending champs Braden Thornberry. Notables are Blades Brown, Tyler Duncan, Cole Hammer, Johnny Kiefer, Christo Lamprecht, Alvaro Ortiz, and Robbie Shelton and Neil Shipley are your notables.
I can't believe that last week's winner's not listed there.
Who was that? Oh, ADBC.
Illinois disrespect there.
Development since the end of that compliance championship in Oklahoma, officially getting their card are Zach Boshu, Davis Chatfield, and the lanky Christo Lamprecht are officially tour bound, hashtag, as they say. So that, I think, gets us up to 11. Boshu, like, kind of a fascinating story. Came to this event, the French Lick, I guess it would have been Victoria National, like leading it last year, kind of spit the bid in his final round. Was part of those like amazing Okie State teams, second team All-America 2018, has freaking grind and battled, never gotten his card, now has it, like officially is going up. So he's a good story.
God, there's the Bubble Boys are just some great 4A guys. There's some great 4A guys on the bubble.
Are you just using this opportunity to take a run at Teeter? Drive by Josh
the
Teeter?
Doughboy. The
Marty
Doughboy.
Problem.
Apologies to Will Knights. So Doughboy is classic 4A guy at this point in his career.
It does seem, I'm hearing maybe 1 to 2 shift in and out. Maybe. You could have a situation where the winner doesn't earn his card. Where if you win the Korn Ferry Tour Championship, I was told, you might not officially get top 20 for the points list. So
Brandl's got to be rooting for Ross Steelman.
Well, how many lanky Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets can get in? We got Lamprecht, then we had Steelman. They're just going to have all these stretch fours coming in.
God, the Steelman would be a great guy to have just from a name standpoint on tour.
This is the Pete Dye course. This is a good event. Obviously, like lives are made, stakes are good. That Sunday finish. I think Bacon will be on the call.
Bacon
Brentley's
and
doing Nitty's
great broadcast team.
Brentley's on site doing interviews, so that'll be a good group. We don't get enough KFT coverage, so that'll be on Golf Channel.
Do you think Larry Legend's going to be there?
He should be. I mean, yeah, he should be a dignitary.
If Pau Gasol's handing out Olympic medals, I think Larry Legend could at least go down there to hand out the cards.
Pau Gasol, man, I felt bad for him at the Ryder Cup. People just gawking at him. All right, elsewhere.
I had a chat with him.
Did you? You know, Bulls play tonight. Are you excited about that?
No.
Alleviate the Cubs sore? All right. Okay. Bulls preseason.
Somebody asked me at the event yesterday how the Bulls looking, and I let out a laugh. Like they're maybe the worst franchise in the NBA at this point.
Yeah, it's a tough scene. Schedule for the week continues with the SAS Championship at Prestonwood Country Club in Cary, North Carolina. It is the final event of the Champions Tour regular season.
Is Tommy Gainey in the field?
So I know we're on pins and needles. He better be. I would assume he is. The purse is $2.1 million. Your defending champ is Jerry Kelly. Notables: Stephen Ames, Angel Cabrera, Stu Sink, Ernie Els, Padraig Harrington, Lahner, Vijay Singh, and Mike Weir. We did get some intel on Tommy Gainey. He said he was incredible at Timuquana, like just vibing. The crowd was just eating out of the palm of his hand. Apparently his pace of play was incredible. Like he plays really fast.
I mean, he's like a spectacle.
Yeah.
He's got the baseball swing. I mean, we did that flashback
or whatever it was. Yeah.
Flashback on him before the solicitation charges. It's one of the greatest stories on the PGA Tour history.
I mean, the solicitation doesn't change that. It was an incredible story. The intervening solicitation, I mean, it's not great, but still an incredible story. Wrapping heaters, like living in a motel. Didn't have a pot to piss in. He just figured out how to play pro golf while having nothing. It's kind of incredible. And wins. Wins on the PGA Tour, wins on the Champions Tour. An incredible story.
He is though coming for PJ's pride and joy.
Who's that?
He's coming to kill it.
Oh, just murdered the whole story. Yeah.
He might have been sent up from Rolap. Rolap might have personally sent him up there.
He's a mole
to kill the Champions Tour.
I do think he played KFT, PGA Tour, and Champions Tour all this year. Made starts on all those tours. Kind of insane.
Is that the new Lup Slam?
I mean, just making starts. We got to get him an America's start, maybe PGA Tour Americas before the end of the year. That would be great.
He should go do it just to say he did it. Somebody's got to get in his ear. He'd be the first player ever probably to do that.
All right. Schedule for the week continues. LPGA. We have the Buick LPGA Shanghai. This is Qzone Garden Golf Club in Shanghai, China. I didn't even think that. I thought golf was illegal in China, if I'm being honest. But this event has been going on for a while. This is the start of the fall Asian swing. Ronnie Yin is obviously the headliner there at home. Purse is $2.2 million. Defending champ is Ronnie Yin. Notables are Arya Jutanagar, Minji Lee, Ryo Takada, Gino Titacool, Lilia Vu, Angel Yin, Ronnie Yin. So Nelly Korda, notably, WD'ing from the International Crown. So she's like done, basically, until they come back to Florida. Undisclosed injury. Didn't go into any details. It seems like I don't want to go to Asia. It's fall. I want to stay home, but I don't doubt that there's some injury.
I'm looking through the winners. I believe that we can root for Ronnie Yin because she hasn't won this year.
All right, we got to keep the streak alive. That's who we'll root for. Last but not least on the schedule for the week, we have the NB3 match play at Twin Warriors Golf Club, the college event, which I'm told this evening, our guy, Ryan Burr, called the greatest event in college golf, the best event in college golf, which is just flatly untrue. I'm sorry. It can be great, but like NCAA championship, any amount of cups, I'm sorry, but this benefits Nota Begay Foundation's round robin college match play in New Mexico. That will be on Wednesday, Golf Channel at this point, 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. That's your full schedule for the week. We had a lot of news come out. Skins Game is coming back Thanksgiving, or I should say Black Friday morning, 9 a.m. on Amazon Prime. It's Fleetwood, Justin Thomas. Who else am I missing? Who am I missing? Xander.
And Keegan Bradley.
And one other local. All live near South Florida because it's going to be at Panther National.
Woo!
You think JT has an advantage?
Yeah.
I'm surprised anybody else signed up.
National.
So, 9 a.m. Black Friday morning. Skins Game is back. Could be of interest. Tomorrow Sports is producing it, I guess. And so there's this reverse purse format. Everybody starts with $1 million and then it fluctuates based on skins.
I have a question. Are those names big enough for the Skins Game to work?
Probably not. No. I mean, the whole point of the Skins Game was like, this was the most money you would ever play for all year. And because of that, it would be Arnold Palmer and Lee Trevino and Jack Nicklaus and whoever else, right?
Yeah.
And now, like, the money is just, this is like walking around money at this point because of everything's, these guys show up and so, there is sort of the shine is off it a little bit, right? It's hard to replicate that phenomenon from Thanksgiving's past.
I'm also, I think I'm I'm kind of the traditional exhibition with one group, I think has kind of run its course with modern TV.
The match and all that stuff, that format, showdowns and
everything we've seen from just like television trends and what people want in a golf broadcast is like more shots. Give us more shots. What people want, why baseball has flourished in recent years is like just the pace of the game.
Speed. Yeah.
A single foursome is just
slow.
With TV considerations, a disaster for delivering a product that is at all fast paced, or even if it's not fast paced, at least feels fast paced.
And these aren't post produced. Like it's all live. Which is why some of the YouTube golf works, right? Because it's post produced, condensed to an hour or whatever it is. Yeah, I think that's a good point.
The issue is golf on TV really doesn't work when I see a player's full 1 minute pre-shot routine.
The cart ride to
over
and
and over again. Like the pre-shot routine in golf, and I know these is why these guys get locked in, but like why golf producers, really great golf producers, like know exactly when to cut two players.
Yeah.
And you get that, like, okay, he's over the ball for 5 or 6 seconds, and then you fire. With one group, you just can't do that.
Yep.
And that's why, like, of like these newer things, like I'm way more interested in like the skills competition idea.
Well, that's I was going to bring that up. I think I'm kind of that could flop too. Like I'm not going to say it's absolutely going to work, but I am more intrigued by it at this point. The All-Star skills or whatever it's called in early December.
I think your point about the money too is like why the modern skins game died.
Well, yeah, they play the clips of like we're bringing it back, and in the clip, Arnold Palmer's saying, "I've never won this much money in a day." Like when it's at the whatever 80-something skins game. That's not the case for Justin Thomas or Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, FedEx Cup champions.
Yeah. So,
do you think these four have enough personality to carry this? That's my concern. Is there's like going to be a lot of dead air that there's putting those four on live mics for X amount of hours feels like there's not a lot on the bone there.
Tommy's a YouTuber. I'm not worried about him.
Well, I was going to say
that's all post produced.
Bless his heart, Tommy is too good a person, because if he wasn't, you could be jamming Keegan and JT left and right, and Xander to a lesser extent. But I mean, if you were a real kind of talk your shit kind of fella, and Tommy's too nice a fella, to his credit, you could kind of be jamming Keegan as you make your way around. But that's not going to happen.
Are we going to get takes if Keegan outplays JT and Xander?
Oh yeah.
You think somebody will write that? You think we'll get takes?
I mean, come on. Like, everybody's just shopping. I'm sorry. Like, I love skins game. I love golf. 9 a.m. Black Friday. I'm like getting over the wine. I'm not.
It's the lead-in to the Knicks game. It's going to be great.
I know. Elsewhere, full swing season 4 reportedly by Josh Carpenter of Sports Business Journal is coming back. I didn't know this was still a thing. Apparently, it'll be 6 episodes. So, but that's not been confirmed
season
yet.
Keeps getting smaller.
Correct. A lot of Ryder Cup maybe for that. Hero World Challenge field is out. I don't need to read the whole list, but there's still 3 spots for TBA to be announced. Tournament exemptions included are, Gotterup made it, Harmon, Corey Connors, but then you got the heavy hitters, Scotty, Xander, JT, Spawn, pretty much the whole Ryder Cup team, the Septic Tank, Hideki. So it's the usual top of the world rankings guys. Rory doesn't play. He's not there, but 3 spots still up for grabs. So maybe Tiger's playing that. Maybe he's not. Who knows? That'll be in December, adding to our just silly season, dude.
Do you think Tiger's still in love
with Trump's ex? What's Donald Jr.'s ex, right?
I thought about this the other day.
What a weird
They posted that. They've given us nothing
hammock?
more.
And they're in the hammock. He's like staring at the sky.
Well, they asked for privacy, so no one followed up. We're just listening to the tweet.
That's a potential good Halloween costume.
Life is better with you by my side.
Life is better with you by my side.
We'll get it in the costume. TGL schedule's out. Speaking of more,
this is what I needed.
Golf. Like it's skins game, full swing, Hero World Challenge, TGL. We're just flying with alternate golf here.
The best is these guys. These have been queued up for 5 weeks, ready to go. All these announcements, and they're like, "We gotta wait. We gotta wait to be out of the blast radius of the Ryder Cup." And they're like, "Okay, the week after the week after the Ryder Cup is the week, and they all got queued up this week.
I have no official comment on the schedule. Is there any insight, PJ, you'd like to add? They've got rid of the President's Day triple header. It feels like, honestly, it just feels like a lot. I looked at it. I noticed they're selling T-shirts with the schedule on it, which is like you're going to the Dave Matthews Band concert. They're like, you get the tour dates on the back of it, like TGL schedule. How much is that shirt going for? Like $50?
Hold on, I'll pull that up. I was lost in the Dr. Chapinski shirts, not on sale yet. Those are still $50 in case anybody was wanting
$50
Dr. one from last year.
We might get you to expense that, Business Pete. So you have a Dr.
I mean,
Chapinski
that's like
t-shirt.
that's a true relic. Like that's hard to find. The season 2 schedule concert T-shirt is $37, and then you got to pay shipping. So it's not going to be cheap.
I mean,
we got to pick out a match that we're going to go down for.
Well,
what do you want to do?
You can go see every team. You brought this up in Slack. I was talking to Abby about it. Every team is making schedule release content as if this is the
insane.
NFL.
The budget for the schedule, like the amount of money that was just blowing, making these intricate
for 5
schedule
games. For five games.
Release videos and social content is insane. Like the production value. And every team did it. Not the league. Like I'm getting popped in the face with LA's version. Then it's Boston. It's crazy the amount of money.
There's
I'm not
so
saying
much
it's bad. It just looks very expensive.
No, there's a lot going on, and I want to know what it's all leading towards. But
we got to pick one. We got to pick one to go
President's Day. That was a blow. The sitting in front of the TV for 12 hours watching TGL on President's Day last year brought us some great content that I'll miss that. That I will genuinely miss.
I did like Hideki over in Japan saying the lights were too bright. He said, TGL, I got to say, I was really nervous. I have to get ready. I have to be ready to play well next season. He said, I was really nervous, just not what I'm used to over in TGL.
The frogs are coming.
Bagel boys.
I mean, how about New Year's and Jupiter, and then catch on New Year's 2nd, you catch the frogs in action. God. Season debut.
Man, there's got to be some dire scenes on New Year's Eve in Jupiter. Go find it. The square grouper New Year's Eve or something like that. It'd be tough.
I think you might want to look somewhere other than the square grouper for the real dire scenes.
But that's what we don't need to be down there.
Think about what's going on in the woods on New Year's Eve.
What's the schedule? What's the deal?
If we go back down, we didn't go to the woods this year. Can we go to the woods next year?
We've been to the woods, PJ. I know.
I just need to see it.
PJ, someone told me when I was down there, you can't take PJ to the woods. It's so bad.
It's not fair to my Jupiter Links captain and his restaurateur empire.
I went to a new place the last time I was down there that I loved. It was a fish place. It was great. God, what was it called?
Keep it under wraps. You don't want to blow it up down there. So that's your TGL schedule. It's out. PJ, no other insights. Anything else? Kapalua pictures are viral. Doesn't look good. Looks very brown. Looks dead. It's kind of. We'll probably have commentary on it in the newsletter. It's kind of crazy just to see. You're essentially letting a course die. There is water, but it's just the infrastructure to get the water there is falling into disrepair. It's kind of nuts. It's tough to see. All right. I think that does it for this Wednesday ramble of an episode in October. We will be back with you on Friday. Send golf advice emails to sgsgolfadvice.com. Peruse some sedans and also some SUVs at mbusa.com too.
And we have a ton of the fall merch drop. Right?
I was going to say, we're making fun of the concert shirt at TGL. You know, we all live in glass houses here. I think we made some good stuff, though, if I'm being honest. We're also we're selling our own merch as well at proshop.thefriedegg. I thought Meg did a great job. I think the lineup's stellar. Really good fall stuff. Lawn sleeve, cotton, sweaters, vests, a lot of belts. we got a full restock on belts, multiple colors, fried egg logos, shotgun logos.
Not Mob Jack yet. These are the best belts other than Mob Jack that you can buy.
Yes, and a ton of hats. Got a lot of Richardson hats. Those have fit well on our heads. So those multiple styles in those. So really good fall release here. That's out.
What are your picks to click?
Friday.com.
You gave all the picks to click, huh?
For Pro Shop?
Yeah.
I mean,
PJ, what do you have your eye on?
The new SGS, the blue Richardson hat. I wore that one day at the Ryder Cup. I like that hat. That hat was good.
Oh, you already have some of this stuff.
Yeah.
PJ just gets stuff before we get it.
Your beak. I don't have anything.
No. This was a Cameron hand delivery when you guys were up here. This was here. You want a hat? You needed to take pictures of the hat.
I'm intrigued by the cool long sleeve polos, but there's some good stuff. Some of the Richardson mesh hats, or the truckers as they are very nice, and the belts I think are nice, good looking belts.
I'll throw the Russ crew neck. We got a shotgun start, navy blue Russ crew neck. That's a good. I have that exact sweatshirt. It's a nice time of year to invest in a crew neck.
Can I also throw the Proctor hoodie? I think we've now recommended everything. But I'm not trying to pop you. I like the Proctor hoodie as much or more than the Andy hoodie. The Andy hoodie is a best seller. It's a big seller. Proctor hoodie also.
I see what this is about. You're coming. You never go after another man's hoodie.
That's not true. They're just both very good hoodies. I'd say Proctor's more lightweight for fall. All right. That does it. proshop.thefriedegg.com. Thank you. Send your emails to Golf Advice. We will talk to you on Friday.